Hello folks, welcome again to my channel. I've got something pretty exciting this evening to show you. I've just updated my Lightroom Classic CC and we are now onto version 8 of Lightroom Classic. And there's a few new features, but the one that I'm most excited about is HDR Panoramic merging. So this photo here, just for example, is an image that I took a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. To probably tell, it's a panoramic image looking out over Snowdonia, and I'm fairly happy with it. Now this was just taken using, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertical images sweeping from left to right and merged into the panorama. While I was on location, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and bracket this as well. So I did. So here we now have 3 of each image, all at different exposures. Got the darker, normal and brighter exposure of each shot, but I'll be honest with you, I'd sort of been putting it off trying to edit it. I wasn't sure whether I'd have to go about merging each HDR first and then creating a panorama, or which way to go about it basically. But now that I've just got home, seen the update, installed it, and now I'm just going to give it a go straight away. So all I'm going to do is select the images that I want to use. So going from here all the way across, just select shift over to there, go into photo merge, and then HDR Panorama, and Lightroom presumably should just work its magic and come out with a photo. So I'll give that a second. Okay, there we are. It's both bracketed and merged all of my images there into a panorama, HDR panorama. From here it's looking pretty good already, I've got to say. Now I pretty much always use the spherical option, and I generally use auto crop tool as well. It basically just gets rid of any of these bits of empty space where your tripod's not quite been level enough. So that'll just sort that out for you. We can have a quick look to see what auto settings gives us. That looks pretty mega, but I do prefer to sort all that out myself anyway. So let's go ahead and merge that. Okay, so Lightroom has done its thing, worked its magic, and here we have our HDR panoramic image. Look at that. From what I can tell from following the mountain ridges and forest line, it has done a superb job of merging these photos, and the exposure looks pretty much spot on right the way across it as well. Even on this tree I had 2 shots, or effectively 6 shots including this tree, and that looks absolutely spot on. So I'm gonna go ahead, do a quick little edit on here, see what we come out with. So I think to start with, going to take some of the exposure out of these cloudy skies. So I'm going to drop the exposure down. I think that's all I'll do on that one actually. And then decrease my highlights a bit. Not too much, I still want some brightness in there. Whites up a little bit. Blacks down a bit to create a little more contrast. Boost my shadows to even out the exposure a bit more again, and to bring out a bit more detail in the forests. It's looking good. Then I'm going to use a little bit of clarity. How's this looking? And a tad of dehaze. So in this image I really love the textures in the clouds, but I don't want to overdo it either. I'm just going to go up to about 8 on the dehaze there. Vibrance, so I'll play. I'm actually going to knock that down a bit, and I think the same with the saturation as well. Saturation down to about there. And I'm also going to add, or rather remove, chromatic aberrations and enable lens profiling as well. So even though this is a merge of, I'm not even sure how many photos, enabling the profile corrections will still give the same effect. You can see when I tick it, it brings the sensor that little bit closer to you almost, which I quite like. It's bringing those mountains far in the distance that little bit closer. I think I might well go further in and tweak a little bit more, but for now I am very happy with this photo and how easy a job that the new Lightroom update has made it as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope this explains what can be done with this new feature, and I hope that you get the chance to try it out yourselves as well. Honestly, this is such a high res image now. This is certainly the biggest final image that I've ended up with on the computer. So yeah, hope it's explained it a little bit for you, and hope you have fun with it as well. So do consider subscribing if you want to see more of this sort of stuff. This is only the second video I've done actually in Lightroom, but I do hope to do a fair few more. So again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.